human. Here we go, Paul!
I'm here to serve you.
Isn't that something?
Sorry, KFAN.
Are you calling any games on Big Ten Network anytime soon?
Yes, sir. December 14th is the next game. Me and Corey Provis.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm super excited to work with Corey.
Is it here?
Yeah, it's a home game against Texas Southern. It's a noon game.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings are a Sunday night football game. So if you're so inclined, tune into Big Ten Network at noon on Sunday and listen to me and Corey. My first time working with Corey. He's obviously so great at what he does.
Fantastic.
So I'm excited to work with him.
Salt of the earth guy, too.
That's right.
I re-upped my Big Ten subscription, so might have some audio.
I don't think we need that sneaky thing anymore.
This is national network, baby. No plus signs behind the BTN on Sunday.
Yeah. Who did we play? Galveston in that first one, or who was your very first one?
Green Bay. Yeah. Green Bay was the first national game, and then there were some plus games along the side.
No, the first plus that I asked
Gardner Webb.
Gardner Webb.
Yeah,
there you go.
Gardner Webb.
Yeah, close.
Right, C.J. Gardner Webb. Cool.
There you go.
Now with the Golden Gophers basketball team, since we're there, upset of ranked Indiana. All right, we haven't chatted with you since then. Now Purdue is next after getting waxed at home by Iowa State. Parker, Purdue was number 1 in the country. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I think they lost by 23 points at home.
Yeah, it's the largest home loss from an AP number 1 team since UConn lost to Villanova in 1995 by the same amount of points. So, yeah, 23-point loss for a home AP number 1 team is basically unheard of. Yeah. And
what are we walking into here?
Well, as you know, Taylor's brother plays for Iowa State, so I was watching that game pretty intently.
I did not know that.
Oh, well, now you know. Yeah.
All I know is that your brother plays in the Northern Conference.
Well, he's in Latvia now. My brother.
Oh yeah, where did he play?
He was at Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Taylor's younger brother, her middle brother, plays at Iowa State and was part of that big win at
Purdue.
Plays
a lot?
Yeah. He's 6th man on their team. Sometimes start some games.
All right, so let's start banking these NCAA tournament guests we have like a Janai Broom last year.
That's right.
Because Iowa State will be in the tournament. We got a Heisey.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Brevin Spanford this week.
Oh, true.
But I don't know what their schedule is off a Thursday night schedule. But let's start banking these things.
Yeah, let's do that for sure. But yeah, Purdue is an awesome team. So the fact that Iowa State went in there, they really kind of flexed their muscle against Purdue, and Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue, really had no response, and they got their butts whooped. So
does this mean that we are potentially the short-term slump buster for the number 1 team in the country?
Yeah, I wonder. I'm always curious.
Level of frustration.
Yeah, I'm always curious what a coach like Nico Medved going in there now on Wednesday is you have to play the former number 1 team who just got busted at home by almost 25 points. So I wonder,
Purdue have injuries or something?
No, they just got ran out of the
Iowa
gym.
State really, really good?
Iowa State, yeah. So I listened to some bit, and the last 20 national champions, you have to be a top 10 offense, a top 10 defense, and you have to be undefeated going into Thanksgiving. There's only 4 teams that were that: Iowa State, Purdue, Duke, and Michigan. Who knows if that holds up, but Iowa State is as legit as they come. They're led by their point guard, Tamin Lipsey. He's an Iowa kid. He's about as true of a point guard, steady shooter, passer, as you can find. He's a tremendous talent. So Iowa State is definitely a team to keep your eyes on.
So what do we think the point spread is going to be here in this thing? Is this like a 20? Like a minus 20?
I doubt it gets that high, just because the Gophers beat Indiana, who was a top 25 team earlier this week. But this is a Purdue team at home. It's so difficult to go into Purdue and win. That's why you also got to give Iowa State a lot of credit. I bet it opens up around 13 or 14, especially with the fact that the Gophers point guard is out for the year, and their big man, who has been out for the past about 3 or 4 games, is still kind of day to day. I don't know the severity of the injury. It's not really out there. So I would probably err on the side of him not playing, and that probably kind of raises the point spread as well.
I would imagine Mr. Medved lets you watch practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think of his action? Like what do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, you played for Ben, and you've played for a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
So you know offensive and defensive schemes and the action off of it and everything. Like with Medved, obviously without oversharing, what makes his stuff unique where you're like, hey,
Well, I think you first look at the fact that he's just continued to rise, right? Like he's at Furman, has a lot of success there. He goes to Colorado State, has a lot of success there. And now he's at Minnesota, his hometown team. And there's a reason you get to that point. You have to have done something pretty good. So then for me, I watch what's the good that's happening. Well, you watch his offense, and it's the most flowing offense you'll ever see. It's a Princeton style of offense. It's basically a 5-out system where everybody's involved. There's a lot of cutting. There's a lot of pin downs. And then you look at Cade Tyson. He's 97th in the country, almost 1.7 points per possession on cutting type of situations. So that's about as elite as it gets. I think that's a credit to his IQ, but it's also a credit to Nico's offense. So now you need to get the guys, right? Now you need to get the NIL money so you can get all this elite talent in there. But when you look at just the offensive kind of prowess, he's got it going on.
Lastly, your Timberwolves have won 5 in a row. Naz Reid with a big shot Saturday against the Clippers. Swaggy P. Fox on TikTok was in attendance. The Wolves haven't lost since the OKC game. With them, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, they look really good right now. They look like a group that's really playing for each other. Ant was hot for a while. The last couple he's cooled off. But Jaden has really stepped up. Naz has really stepped up. And now this is a game tonight where you had it wrapped up in Phoenix about 2 weeks ago, and you lost it down the stretch. So I know this team's going to be motivated going into this one. Suns are a really good team. They're kind of a team group, too. They don't really have Devin Booker's your guy, but they don't really have like this, breakout type of guy. So I think it's going to be a really, really good game tonight. I got the Wolves in a tight one, though.
And very cool Jim Pete shirt. I saw on X, and you took a picture with Jim Peterson. Where'd you get that? And why did you get it, and why did you wear it?
Well, I had this company reach out to me. They're Uniform Goods, and they DM me and like, hey, would you want this shirt? They know I'm, pretty tight with Jim Pete. We golf a lot together in the summer. And I was like, heck yeah, let me get that shirt. So, we go back to the bit where I'm FaceTiming Taylor. What should I wear to the game tonight?
All right.
First thing we both thought of was the Jim Peterson t-shirt. So we rocked with it. He loved it. His wife loved it. And it got featured on FanDuel a little bit, too. So any publicity is good publicity, PA.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but I understand what you're saying. Great seeing you, and we'll see how Wednesday works out, depending on Finchy or Heinze and things like that. But God bless you and your family. Tell Taylor I say hello, and we'll see you soon, all right?
Love you, man.
Yep, love you, bud. Parker Fox, at Parker Fox 24 via X. 9 to noon, got all hyper in the Vikings locker room yesterday and ran through some drive-bys from Donovan Jackson through TJ Hawkinson. If you missed them earlier, we're going to play them back next on KFAN. Drive-bys, hadn't done them in quite some time. Blew the cobwebs and the dust off the contraption. And your hyper announcer, after a 31-0 blowout victory over the Commanders, who were crushed, walked around the Minnesota Vikings locker room in drive-by-like fashion, went right over to the Minnesota Moving Company, as I'm wont to do, found Donovan Jackson, and he went against a spry and very energized Deron Payne. So I'm like, when you play against a veteran like that, you're still a rookie, man. You had a really good game, but are there things to learn when you go against respected guys like that?
Yeah, there's things you see on tape, but then he's obviously a veteran rusher. He's been in the league for a long time. So, there are things that he'll do that you haven't seen on film. So you have to learn and adapt from it. And their whole defense was veteran. So, they're obviously savvy vets who, they can adapt on the fly. So, it was, for me at least, it was, trying to make the right play, trying to make the right move, and just staying true to technique.
And lastly, that has to be kind of cool growing up and watching the likes of Bobby Wagner and Von Miller. I mean, there's a couple of Hall of Famers there, and you got a chance to play against them.
Yeah, when Vaughn was at Texas A&M, I lived 30 minutes away from there, so I grew up watching him at Texas A&M get drafted to the Broncos, and I was like, man, I'm playing against this guy right now. And obviously Wagner, and when he was on the Seahawks, man, I remember I was in middle school when that was happening. So just seeing that and playing against those guys, and they're still playing at a high level, man, it's just kind of cool to see.
I'm glad it worked out this way after that Saturday night game of the Big Ten championship. Did Miles Price give it to you pretty good?
Yeah, I still got it. we had a little something, so I had some pent up anger, so I had to put it out on the field, man. But don't worry, the Bucs are gonna be back.
You're fantastic, man. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.
Donovan Jackson, rookie left guard for the Minnesota Vikings, part of that 31-0 victory. More from the Minnesota Moving Company here. Will Fries, who stole the show, by the way, on Vikings country earlier in the week, and has started all 13 games. And a 31-0 victory snaps that losing streak. How'd it work out for you today? You must have had a good time.
It was a lot of fun out there. When we can run the ball like that, and we're just efficient on offense, and like things just start clicking for us. I mean, what else can you ask for? Like when you put in that preparation all week, and it finally starts to come together on Sunday, and like you realize your potential, and there's so much more good stuff we can build off of now going forward.
So Will, when the head coach publicly says during the course of the week, all right, we're going to simplify some things and start dealing with all this quarterback technique and all that stuff in the offseason, like what's your take on what's simplified today that right now, having not watched it back, that worked?
Yeah, I think anytime that you can come off the ball and play fast, and you don't have to think too much. We're getting the looks that we're practicing all week, and you can just come off the ball, time after time after time, and keep leaning on them as offensive line. That's kind of what you dream about. It makes it a lot of fun, and kind of like I said before, like when you're able to kind of build off of a game like that, can continue to get more complex and do what we need to down the road.
My man, awesome having you on the team. Another dynamite effort today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's Will Fries as the hi Ryan, as the drive-bys continue here from a celebratory Minnesota Vikings locker room after a 31-0 victory. I'm just going to run over here and chat with JJ McCarthy with a quick little drive-by. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Yeah.
That's the 50th win today at US Bank Stadium for the football team. And your first win at home. Your first win in front of these fans who love you. How great is that?
Oh, it's fantastic. Just couldn't wait to get it done. Obviously, the only thing I remember from a home win that I played was the preseason game, so it's been a while. So it's good to get it done.
Yeah, and I just asked Donovan Will Fries this question about O'Connell publicly this week is like, hey, there are things that we need to work on technique wise with JJ. We're going to put a lot of that in the off season. Just go ahead and let him rip and simplify some things. And when you're somebody like me and you hear that, you don't exactly know what it means. So sharing what you can share, having not watched it back, like what simplified today that really helped you?
I think just, Coach O'Connell, he has such a beautiful mind in terms of offensive schemes, and he dials up amazing plays, but you're learning almost a whole new offense with new formations, new concepts going into each week on top of one play having two plays, and we just simplified it down. One play that was multi-purpose that had, a yes-no answer in the pre-snap, and then I could carry out through the rest of the reads. But, yeah, it was fantastic just to simplify things, and everyone played fast and free.
Last one, Bud, quickly. 3 touchdowns to the tight ends. You throw 3 for the first time in your emerging NFL career. Josh catches 2 for the first time in his career. TJ got 1. Did you come into the game? Is this a game where you're like, hey, the tight ends could be live here, or was it a process of the way things developed?
It's really funny. I've talked about, a game like this with them in the offseason all the time, and they're always like, their words, not mine. It's always the games we never think we're going to get the ball that we show up. So it just is a precedent to no matter what the expectations are, they always come to work. They always, strain every single snap, and it's one of the most underrated positions in the sport. So I'm happy they got their love.
And I'm extremely happy for you, J.J. McCarthy. Well done.
Thank you so much, brother.
It's J.J. McCarthy, quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, got his first victory at US Bank Stadium, and it was in his 7th start as the drive-bys, the long-awaited drive-bys. Haven't done these in a little while. They're underway, and just kind of rolling around the locker room now to see who's available and what we can get accomplished after a 31-0 victory over the Washington Commanders. Hi, Jonathan Grenard. We're doing great, man. First drive-bys in a month. I mean, you were out for some of them, but now you're back, and you guys are back in the winner circle. And, it's during the course, and it's a team game, man. You know more about it than all of us. But during the course of that 4-game losing streak, I mean, it's like it's your third down defense. They were getting first downs 25% of the time. Cashman's sitting on like 15, 16 tackles every game. You play like 15 snaps at Seattle, but they were super meaningful. You took down Darnold 38% of the sacks, but you guys didn't win. So from a defensive standpoint, not only the shutout today, first shutout since 2023, but defensively, you have to feel pretty good about it despite that losing streak, right?
No, it definitely feels good. Obviously, when everything comes right and comes together, we play off of each other's complimentary ball, take care of the ball on offense, and take the ball away on defense, and limited penalties on special teams. I feel like that's a good recipe for winning. So everything just came together. It was a good day, and we're just going to run with it.
And I felt really good for you guys, not only winning the game, but shoot, the time of possession went the right way. I mean, you guys were like 27 and change into it, like third worst in the game, and that's just not what this team's all about. So you got a chance to catch your breath.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel like I was on the sideline forever for a good bit, which is a good thing for us. So that we can just get rested up, and obviously just whenever it's our time to go, we're fresh, got fresh legs and ready to go dominate. So, like I said, man, it was good on all phases. It's community ball all the way around, and that's where you get the best result today.
Congratulations on the victory, and we'll hear you on the Power Trip Tuesday. They love having you on. You're fantastic on the show. And ask Meat Sauce about what his final score prediction was this week.
I know you got one crazy. It's coming. And
it was ridiculous this week. It just, I think it was like 100-4. It was some stupid. Yeah, so get him, okay?
That's pretty normal. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at this point. When you throw one crazy take out there, you're kind of capable of a lot of crazy takes. So we'll hear about it on Tuesday for sure.
Man, it's great having you. Great seeing you smile like this, and everybody in this locker room so happy. Thank you.
Thank y'all, man. Let's go.
That's Jonathan Grenard, edge guy for the Minnesota Vikings, as the drive-bys continue here in a victorious Minnesota Vikings locker room where, let's go. I got to go over here for 1 second. Just, hey, Harry, quick little drive-by. That was interception number 38, puts you in fourth all-time in Vikings history, passing Joey Browner. Mariota kind of made it easy for you, but you still closed on it. And overall, man, that defensive effort today was fantastic. But like I just shared with Jonathan Grenard, I mean, it's a team game. I get it. But during that 4-game losing streak, defense was playing pretty well. Good to see that time of possession go the right way today. Old people like me, man, got a chance to catch the breath.
Yeah, that's one of those things you look back on. Time of possession, turnovers tend to point to the outcome of every game. So things went our way today.
Yeah, +3. I mean, that minus 15 obviously is ridiculous. I'm glad you worked on that today. But, to end this, because I got people waiting for you and, people got things to do on Sunday, this was good ball. This was good ball. That's a good way to put it, right?
Absolutely. It was, it's what you talk about. It was complimentary football. I think the pivotal point was us getting that fourth down stop early at the goal line in our offense, going all the way down and scoring. That kind of established what the game was going to be.
See you next week. Thanks, bud.
All right, thanks, Peter.
That's Harry the Hitman. He's football and Vikings immortality. And I had an interception today, his first of the season. That was a 38 in the career of Harrison Smith, which once again put him past Joey Browner for fourth all time. And in fact, if Harrison can get a sack over the course of the final 4 games, then he'll join Rondé Barber as the only 2 players in a National Football League history with at least 38 interceptions and 21.5 sacks. Jonathan, I'm doing these drive-bys real quick. I haven't done them in a month, man. Missed them badly. 8 with Washington. Of course you're going to want to beat them today. Thought you played with your hair on fire, quite honestly. But nevertheless, Washington, whether it's Redskins, WFT, WTF, whatever it was, Commanders, well, that place will always hold a special place in your heart, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I went to high school in the area, spent 8 years of my career there, so I love those guys over there. But, as always, it's always good to beat them. And right now I'm just so excited to be a Minnesota Viking. So definitely an old chapter in my life, but I still have so much love for those guys over there.
John, you're trying to get out of your last one. I don't know if you've seen it back or not, but I know you'll watch it probably today or tomorrow. Javon on the forced fumble and the fumble recovery by the sideline. I mean, that's a very hard play. I'm not going to say hard play for big people. I'm just going to say that's a hard play. So he needed that, man. That was very good for him. One of my favorite players since he came into the league. And, likewise for you. And just the way they orchestrate defense here. For somebody on the outside like me, I'm just kind of like, hey, nose tackle, defensive tackle, all this blitzing and everything. But it's good to see you guys play as well as you played today.
Hey, man, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Dallas next game. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Excited.
Right on. That's Jonathan Allen. 8 years with the Washington football program. First year with the Minnesota Vikings. And, he really, really had himself a good game today. All right, last one in the drive-bys. Man, it's nice to have these drive-bys. Byron Murphy Jr. Byron Murphy Jr. If I'm doing drive-bys, which it feels like I haven't done in a year, I'm going to find you. And it's your 100th game. So you and I chat more so off the microphone than we do about God's blessings of choosing. You get to do exactly what you want to do for a career as long as you have. Put the money to the side, put the interceptions, everything to the side. 100 games, man. That's quite the accomplishment. Well done. How do you feel?
I'm glad you told me that because that definitely feels good. Obviously, reaching this goal, obviously being in the league, obviously, just, some people say 2 to 3 years just to get to this point. I'm thankful every single day thankful for the guys around me. I would say in this locker room that, we just, we've been through some stuff this year, but we're obviously, we got each other's backs. But that's a wonderful thing to be around. And obviously my family, shout out my family that always just stuck to my side, supporting all those type of things. So I'm just thankful to keep playing this game that I love.
And you're a very physical player, specifically in the tackling game. And tell me what you think of this take that I had into the game. It's like, hey, when you're 4-8 and the other team's 3-9, these can become human nature games, where you just got to watch, make sure everybody's on point for every single play because it's a violent game. Reason I bring it up is when I started watching the Commanders this week, I was like Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, the way Laramie Tunsil's playing this year, and Jeremy McNichols. I mean, I've watched a lot of him. That's a bruising, pounding, super physical team. Did you know that coming into it, and how do you handle that?
Oh, definitely. We knew this was a team who also catches the ball and gets yards after. And they're a bunch of yak guys. Once you're just trying to get the playmakers the ball and obviously go make plays. So we knew that about Debo. Obviously, going in, we knew he was going to be a screen guy and all those type of things. But everybody else, we knew they were going to run hard and just play physical. So we just got to go out there and match their physicality, and then obviously, go make those tackles.
Hey man, it's great to see you smile, and I know you're smiling because you're a team first guy. Man, you guys won 31-0. It's hard shutting out teams in the NFL.
It definitely is, but we got to do something that happened to us, so we got to come out here and then show everybody what we're about. But I'm just thankful we got the win today. Obviously, it was a team game today, and both sides all three phases did their job today.
Yeah. Now, I mean, whether it's a tip pass, block shot, as O'Connell will call it, route jump, somebody throws it, I don't care what it is. I know how badly you want an interception, and I'm just going to lay it out for you, man. Into the game, you've gone 16 consecutive without one. I think your longest streak was 19 consecutive back when you were with Arizona. So you've looked at that, I can tell. And but that's the wonderment of how you play and what Flores preaches, where, yes, you want it desperately, but you're not going to compromise other teammates trying to do something dumb to get it, right?
Exactly. And that's, you just got to think about how teams are coming in and playing us. Guys are coming in, trying to, run the ball, get quick stuff, not take shots down the field, all those type of things, but opportunity's still there. We still got games left, and I'm still trying to go get multiple. So I'm going to still go get that ball somehow, but we're going to figure it out.
100 games for Byron and one big win today. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Byron Murphy Jr., that's my main man right there. He's absolutely fantastic. And let's wrap up the drive-bys rolling over here. TJ, quick drive-by. Feels like I haven't done them in about 5 years. But first and foremost, thanks for the wonderful chat at Toys for Tots at Eden Prairie Shields, and the crowd just so engaged with you, man, and just your giving and putting others first. Thank you very much for that.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me. It's such a great event to be able to do that every year and then be able to share with the kids and the fans. So.
Okay, so now from the giving nature of TJ Hawkinson, he had a touchdown today, to the punishing nature of TJ Hawkinson. You took on two at the goal line. One of them laid there for 30 seconds after you were done. I mean, 4-game losing streak. It's kind of like you took it all out right there, trying to pound to get into the end zone.
Yeah, no, I knew it was going to be a bang bang play, and I'm not sure if I was in on the first one or not, but made sure to define it. So, it was such a great team win, a lot of complimentary football, and it's just great to be in this locker room on this side of the ball. And I love all these guys, and there's a lot of excitement in this room, and it's deserved. So,
last one. How about Josh Oliver, your tight end room's mate? First 2-touchdown game of his career. Good for Josh, man. That's fantastic.
Oh, so much fun. Love seeing it. Josh is one of those guys that does a lot of the dirty work, and for him to be able to get up and be able to score a couple touchdowns is a lot of fun to watch, and be able to celebrate in the end zone with him on the first one was fun too. So we'll hopefully enjoy some more of those and keep this thing moving.
Can you get used to these 2 hour and 40-minute games?
Dang right.
Thank you, DJ.
Appreciate you.
The Sultan
In your face, Milwaukee!
is next. And
I can't wait until tomorrow.
Tight end left side of the line. Snap, give Jacobs up the middle, throwing his way. End zone, and he is in. Yes, a touchdown. Josh Jacobs would not be denied. And the Packers lead 27-21.
Could never come.
Entertain me.
Border Battle, David Sinykin, the Sultan of Smug. At TC Head Cheese is where you can follow him via X. Big time win, Cinny. Big win. Congratulations. How do you think Wobble is handling it all right now?
I hope he's still just among us. He was very chirpy leading up to the game. I haven't heard a peep since. So maybe a welfare check for Lavo might be in play.
Very fair. Did you happen to notice young Caleb miss Cole Kmet for that big touchdown at the end?
Yeah, he just threw it a bit late, a bit short. He did have DJ Moore across the middle there, too, if you had seen him. But, yeah, Caleb was outstanding in the fourth quarter, man. That dude is very hard to bring down, and he's good on the run. He brought them to the precipice. I got to give him his props after a terrible first half, but good to see the Packers defense stand tall to make the big play at the end.
Sultan, what do you think of Ben Johnson's approach to offense?
Well, I mean, he says he's a genius, so I'm going to believe him. I think he gets a little too cute sometimes. I think he got a little too cute on that final play. I thought, just run the ball at that point. That's what you do. That's what your offensive line is paid to do with all those veteran stars you brought in. So I think he tries to show everybody how smart he is. There's no denying he's a great play caller, and I think he's got a lot of really nice tools in Chicago that are going to grow with him. But I'm not quite sure they're ready for prime time just yet.
After the bad pick early, Love was in charge big time. The pass and the play call to Melton, holy cow, that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, the interception was a real head scratcher. He hasn't thrown a ball like that in about 8 or 9 weeks. But, he ends up with a perfect passer rating against the blitz in this game, 9 for 12 for $170 and 3 touchdowns. You just can't blitz him. And he gets time because the offensive line's really good at pass protection. So it does put defenses in a bit of a pickle. It was the first time Green Bay had its top 5 preferred wide receivers healthy in a game, although 2 of them, Wicks and Golden, only played a handful of snaps. They're not healthy. But he's got Christian Watson back, PA, and 11 months ago, he tore his ACL on that field against that opponent. And what he's done over this last 4-game win streak, 3 against the division foes, has really lifted up this offense along with Love. Having Watson back in prime form changes everything for this offense.
Watson looks good and has pop. Now, how much does it help your cause having slot machine Jaden Reed back?
Oh, man. I mean, leading receiver the last 2 years, and they put him right into action early on. He had 2 catches and a end-around run in the first series. I mean, they instantly wanted to show what he can bring to the offense. And, when Tucker Kraft went down, that really put a void over dangerous weapons across the middle for this offense until Reed came back. So, again, didn't play a ton of snaps. He got 4 targets, a couple catches. But I think the sky's the limit now that he's back. He definitely brings some juice this offense does not have without him.
Border battle.
Any, from a hypercritical standpoint, overarcher, excellent having this many wins, definitely a chance at the 1 seed in the NFC. But if you're going to fine tune things and get into some of the details and the minutia, second half defense probably needs a little work.
Yeah, I mean, they hold Chicago to 71 yards in the first half, and then I think it was 150 in the second. They were on the field for 20 minutes in that second half, couple of long drives. They were worn out, man. You try to chase Caleb Williams play after play, those guys were for gas. So I'm a little concerned about the run defense. They didn't give up any run longer than 9 yards against that rushing attack. That's encouraging. They brought in 2 nose tackles during the week, one off a practice squad, one off waivers that have played in the NFL just a bit. So that they're looking at the schedule ahead with Denver, Chicago, Baltimore, you guys, teams that want to run the football. And in the playoffs, whether it's the Rams, the Eagles, the 49ers, they're going to have some beef in the middle. So I'm going to be watching over these last 4 weeks how they attack with these new guys, stopping the run, because that seems like the one way you can kind of attack Hafley's defense with a really good back.
Well, I mean, let's go back a couple of games, and I'm glad you said that. Your squad wins at Ford Field. You beat Benton and Donnybrook. You're at Denver Sunday, then off to Soldier Field. I mean, that's a gauntlet right there.
Yeah, I mean, you were making fun of our schedule early on. I'm saying, dude, just wait till Thanksgiving because everything changes now. 3 out of the final 4 on the road. You got to go play a team on a 10-game winning streak at their place on Sunday and then deal with the Bears. It's tough to beat a team twice in 13 days. It's going to be a challenge. So I'm going to learn a lot about this team over the next 2 weeks. But even Baltimore might be playing for their playoff lives in Week 17. And you guys, may not have a lot on the line, but obviously you have a chance to wreck any postseason positioning potentially. So no layups the final 4 weeks for my squad.
Lastly, when I think of that football school, Indiana in Bloomington, your Hoosiers, When I think of the Hoosiers, I think of Zach Royce with the Vikings social media team and Vikings Entertainment Network. He's from the area. I think of you, and I think of Courtney Cronin. So when the Hoosiers win the Big Ten and they beat Ohio State in that fantastic game, how great is that for you?
PA, it's so surreal. I got 2 kids in Indiana right now, and I remember when I sent them off to school, my biggest hope was, God, I hope the basketball team can rise up so you can see what it's like to be at Indiana when they play basketball. That hasn't happened, but never in my wildest dreams that I think they'd see an Indiana team number 1 in the country heading into the playoff as Big Ten champs. It's such a surreal thing, and they had such a blast in that city on Saturday night. I'm so happy they got to experience that. I don't really care what happens the rest of the way. That was just an indelible, unforgettable moment on Saturday night.
You're the best, my brother. Congratulations on your squad's victory, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thanks, PA. Have a good week, bud.
David Sinykin at TC Head Cheese via X. That's the border battle, a quarter-century piece, 9 to noon or 10 to 1 just for fun. Now, this radio show is at Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center tomorrow. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell joins at 11 o'clock. The Wild and the Wolves both play tonight. The Wolves are here against Devin Booker and gang, and the Wild is at Seattle trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. The Wild get the Big Bird, an FM 100.3 KFAN tonight, and the Wolves are found on the iHeart Audio app and the Timberwolves channel. Thank you very much for listening to 9 to noon today. We will rise and shine at 9 tomorrow together at the Vikings facility on X's and O's Tuesday. Here comes Big Daddy Khan to put that wrap on the show.
The game is over.
Big boy's back. Just listen.
The Vikes back on their collective feet again, and I feel like we needed this moment as Zen. Our squad popped those Commanders like a zit with a 19-play drive, and some of their vets quit. They're saying, Uncle, oh, of course, and thanks for playing. Simplification, less the defense. Since there's a saying, you keep it simple, stupid, or something to that effect. When it's 31 rip, I guess you have our respect. Oh, yes, they did beat a team with 3 wins, so it's not like we were sitting on needles and pins. But the goal to see a sign of life from number 9 and 3 TDs. No picks, fancy free, the kid was fine. Means to an end or ends to means. Parker Fox, man, buy yourself a freaking pair of jeans. Easier after wins for PA to prep for KO. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., you'll hear him at TCO.
From wild card defeat to a San Francisco treat.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show, or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.